it. We make these in carbon fiber, black, glossy black, satin black, matte black, carbon fiber matte. It was all about vinyl the first year or two. Everybody was making them. Everybody copied the patterns that we had, which were carbon fiber vinyl pieces to install. A lot of people had trouble installing them. So anyway, now we have real plastic pieces that are great upgrades, and they just fit right over the top. You can remove them if you want one day. So anyway, this is our center console upgrades. This has the standard Model Y Tesla wireless charging pad. We're going to upgrade that. Our version actually allows you to run landscape where theirs doesn't. So we have a 3-coil system. That hasn't been done yet. But anyway, the steering wheel is great. Again, this is a Tesla OEM wheel. All we do is tear down the outer perimeter, rip off the vinyl, and build it up with beautiful carbon fiber. And then put the airbag in, move the switches. It's all self-installing. We've sold hundreds and hundreds of them all over the world. Our dashboard, we upgraded the dashboard. We took off the white dash right away. I love the glossy black carbon fiber and the white. I like the zebra look, the panda look, the stormtrooper look, whatever it is. I just love the black and white contrast. So that's everything we did on the interior. The center console, a couple of these pieces protect the original. So even though these products are upgrades, they protect. They keep the car like brand new. You can take them off at any time. The armrest, we've got a white armrest cover on it. We make this in black leather, white leather, and black and white leather. And then if you get in the back seat, you'll see a couple more add-ons for the center console, where we have in the back the USB vent port. This is another white piece. So if you sit in there, and also this protects the whole underside from getting kicked. This is another white accent piece. Again, most of these are only like $20, $30 a piece with free shipping. So if you go up higher, Ryan, you can kind of show it really brings the white all the way through. So everything is protected on the center console. And again, we're emphasizing the whiteness, the way the cars were advertised. The Model 3s were always shown with white armrests, but they all came out with black because it's more practical. But this leather version cleans up real nice. We also have our V-rest pillows or headrests in the car. These are fully adjustable. Put them in the back seat, the front seat. They're great for passenger, kids in the back. And so that's it. Why don't we start showing off the car and its features, as well as some of its differences. Everybody wants to see that. So we'll put down the windows, Ryan, and come out this way. Everybody's been talking about the seats, so I thought I'd start in the back seat. Okay, Den?
Sounds good, man.
Yeah, a lot of people have been showing off the seats since they first came out. So I want everyone to understand that these seats have 4 positions, which is great. They can be totally upright. They can be all the way down into a 5th position. But they're electronically controlled. So if you hit the button, they fold and they release. It's probably the same motor that's in the Model X 3rd row, where there's a small button and you hit it and they fold forward. But once you do that, you also have, that's the 1st position, upright. The next one is slightly back. The 3rd one is more back. And the 4th one is all the way. So you can really get this thing on probably a nice 75-degree angle. And they all match together. So they're all the way set up like that. The armrest in the back seat is really nice. It's much wider than the Model 3. The Model 3 has a narrower armrest. And of course, the headrest is very high. So if you have a 5th passenger in here, it will impede your visibility, obviously, from the rearview mirror. But that's the back seat. And it's just nice to have all these features because you could have your passengers in the back and they might want to recline it and relax. Use the headrest, hook it around here, adjust it so it fits real nice, and then put their seat way back into the lock position. So anyway, we think back seat traveling will be really comfortable. I'm 6 feet tall, and if you can see here, Ryan, the distance to my knees is very far. If you slide the chair all the way back, let's show everybody the worst case scenario. So many times cars are shown and they always show the seats all the way up. And you're like, yeah, well, put some people in the back and slide the chair back. let's see how it looks, right? So now it's all the way back. I still have a couple inches, and my seat is reclined. There's upright, locked, and the switch is here, and that's all the way back. So this would be really comfortable for the kids, assuming your dad's like maybe 6'3" or something, but this is too far back even for me. So anyway, these are the same seats in the Model 3, they say, same part numbers, just on a 5-inch pedestal. Ryan can show you that up front there. And since we're on the doors, let's talk about the doors. Ryan, if you show this, we want to show everybody the difference in the door. This right here, this is a Model 3 passenger door. Let's go on this one. We've got a customer that needed a repair on one, so we ordered one. So let's show the size difference in the door. We thought this would be a great demo then. So this is the 3 and this is the Y, of course. And you'll see that it's quite larger and taller overall. If you put it side by side, all the way to the bottom. So it's about 5 inches shorter because of the taller vehicle. So we wanted to show everyone that this is a textured plastic finish where the Model Y is nice and smooth. So this is a solid piece of plastic from here down. It's a smooth ABS or polypro filled plastic. And again, this is the textured, softer, padded plastic on the armrest and on the upper door sill. So the Model 3, of course, it's very similar. The handle, the switches are all the same. One thing about the Model Y, the lights do not light up in the doors with the ambient lights on. So there is a few cutbacks to the Y and the 3 production. We don't like being negative, but I just like pointing them out. So the side view mirrors do not self-dim, even on the performance. Of course, there's no home link. And also, there's no pocket lights that used to light up these doors. So there was a cutout for them, a small LED inside. It's completely gone.
Mark, or no? Not at all.
Pardon me?
Have you taken a look and see if there's any wires that are just dangling or they didn't connect here?
Yeah, no, there's no wires. This is the bolt that holds the door panel on, but there was a cutout in this 3, so everyone could see that. There's a cutout in this, and this is where the LED light is. It's a small pin light inside. And so it's definitely gone from all Model 3s and Model Ys, unfortunately. It was nice to have a white light in here. You could see the things inside. So we have an ambient upgrade lighting kit, which includes colored lighting for the front, so it's not so bright and intense. And then in the back seat, same issue. There's absolutely no lights at all in the car. So we produce a USB LED light that plugs in there, but these are now USB-C, so we're making a brand new part for the Model Y. It'll light up the whole floor in the back seat in any color you might want, or even white. So that's a new item coming out really soon. But anyway, the doors just seem to be really nice. You know, the bottoms, we're afraid the bottoms are going to get scuffed because this is a smoother plastic. It's really hard. So we're going to probably make a protection item that'll go all the way across. So when passengers are getting out and they kick the door, you know, they're not going to mark it all up. So again, we're all about protection products. So we think that'll be received well. But it's real nice. It's real smooth. And overall, I've been driving the car only 3 days. We've had it in the shop being wrapped in the clear bra, but it's a real nice car. It's really solid. It seems to ride a little smoother, even with these 21-inch wheels. I think primarily because there's a little more weight on it. The 3 seemed a little bouncy when I would drive through our community over roads. So again, these are the 21-inch wheels, but it just seems like a real nice ride and a lot of power. We've done some tests on the freeway, you know, at about 55 full speed. The 3 and the Y are head-to-head, perfectly matched, same motors. Wind resistance probably very nominal at that high speed. So out of the hole, much slower. People have mentioned that it might be upgraded or they might be doing something to slow it down. It doesn't have the takeoff of the Model 3, which might be intentional. We don't know, right? You want to continue on the back of the car. The sides look nice. You know, we got a lot of pictures of next to X's, and it's just something about this area here being a little squared off and not so rounded like a Model X, but it still has this height. I mean, we've got a lot of great pictures, Dennis. We should have made a slideshow, but it's got to be 5-6 inches taller, and it just seems like a lot of cars. Pardon me?
Maybe we do the slideshow for Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely. You showed me how to incorporate it, and I took pictures next to a 3, same color, next to an X, same color. So anyway, let's look at the back of the car. This vehicle did come with a performance spoiler. We've already taken it off the car, and we're going to make different variations. We're going to make a thin one, a more aggressive one, a sporty one. We put one of our standard Model 3 spoilers on. It's a matte black, so it matches the chrome delete real nice, which is all the same type of satin or matte black. Now this window in the back looks super dark, black again, because we tinted it with 20% 3M crystalline, same as the roof. So it's even darker than originally smoked. But anyway, let's start opening it. So the T's look great on the back. Again, the red T. The back diffuser, everyone's talking about this. It's really nice. It's not curved or rounded like it is on the Model 3. This has this access door, which could be for aftermarket towing possibilities, but no one's seen anything yet. It's probably a little too early, right?
Yeah.
So let's open the trunk. Everyone's talking about how many cubic feet is it? 62 cubic feet of storage in the Model Y. This should look pretty good, right? We got nice lights set up.
Yeah.
So of course, there's 2 trunks. There's the sub trunk, and our trunk organizer fits perfect. So that's nice. We didn't have to make a new one for this car. This is a adjustable trunk organizer. It has handles on it. You can use it to put things in and out, load it up, just keep all your wires and cables together.
I don't know if
this is the front area. So it has like a double sub trunk. It's not deep at all, you can see, but it's just designed for maybe putting papers or cables or something smaller in there. Now there's no subwoofer taking up trunk space.
Hey Mark,
everyone noticed that
video's out, man.
The early reviews. I would suspect that since this is rounded on this side,
Mark,
they might have included. They might have put the subwoofer in here, but again, we haven't torn it apart yet.
Okay.
So what's missing from this trunk? Everyone in the whole world is saying it's like the Model X. It's missing the utility shelf that's found like in your Model S, right, Dennis?
Yeah, exactly.
It's missing the shelf.
Ours is so early, you have to buy those separately.
Right, and people can still look in the back window and see what's inside, break their window if they see something valuable. So a utility shelf is going to be a great item. We're looking to make one and make it just like the Model S, where it can slide in, lock in place, slide out, removable. But it'll give you a lot of privacy back here.
Do you know if it's got that the same vulnerability as the 3 for the rear panel? You know, everybody breaks in there and then stuff.
Yes, exactly. We call this the rear corner window. So again, if someone's looking in here, you can see right into the trunk area. You could see a backpack. It's a little hard to see, but yes, this window is just like on the Model 3. So again, we make the window protection kit for S and 3, so you can't break these and get through it successfully. They'll stop a lot of people trying to attack them. Window crackers try to break these windows. They don't shatter when you put the Clearplex on it. So that's something on our website too, under window protection. But anyway, yeah, you can definitely see in the trunk this way, through the side window or through the back. So let's talk about the switches and the seats here. So everyone knows that it has automatic front folding seats. So one latch folds that actually moves it all the way up. So if you show the seat, if you hit the button like this, the seats move electrically into the full upright position and then all the way down.
Oh.
And then, yeah, there goes all the way up there and then all the way down. So that's kind of interesting, huh? The first step is lock there. If you fold it, it goes down. we put it all the way down like this, all the way into the fourth position, and hit the button on this side. It goes all the way up and then all the way forward. Anyway, so they say if you move these seats all the way up, it's 7 feet of leg room for camper mode. It's a lot of car. You know, the lift gate is just so different than the trunk. I think Tesla's right in their research. They're going to sell a lot of these cars. It just fits so many different target audiences, I guess, or households, and more practical. The third row seat obviously would go right here. So we can't imagine it starting here and there being much room for these people. I think in the third row seats, these are all going to have to be adjustable, so you can slide them up, and then you would fold one side down, right? And the kids would hop in and get in here and jam their knees against this back seat. So it'll be interesting to see how that's designed, but at least you have the options if you have small ones. And, you know, it's like a little baby X for the 7-seater version.
There's customization, you know, how you have in the Model 3 when you put a power lift gate in the back, or you can kick it to open and close. Is there something in plans?
Yeah, that's a good question. That's a really good question. I'm sure that Honsho is going to work on that. They're our partner that makes all of the power lift gates. So we install them on the front trunk, on the Model S and the Model X, and then on the 3 in the rear and the trunk. I'm sorry, the front and the rear. So yeah, it would be a nice option if they could come up with a foot sensor, so you're just kicking forward and it would trick the system into unlocking. So that's definitely a strong possibility. Let's go look at the front trunk, and I can explain a little bit more development with that. So the front trunk is just like a Model 3, it just releases it. But I want to show everyone one nice thing. Look at how easy it closes. You push it down in one hand. That's it. It seems to be a lot simpler. You don't need 2 hands.
And you don't bend it like the old S's.
Yeah, you don't need 2 hands. It definitely feels aluminum. And I wanted to also talk about something real quick, road noise. One of the things we've noticed in this car and in the Model 3 is that the underside of the front wheels is all solid plastic, okay? It's not dampened with any cloth material, any wool or cotton material in the wheel wells. But in the back, they are. So this is the same on the 3 and the same on the S. The back has a complete dampened kit in here. Feels like a cloth. One big difference you'll notice is that when you go on roads with gravel, you throw rocks in here and you hear every little stone hitting the metal. So that dampens sound, dampens objects that might make that ticking sound or tinging sound. So anyway, for the Model 3, we're about to release our front wheel noise reduction kit. And I'm sure we're going to design one for the Y, because again, it's the same. Every little speck or rock, you're just going to hear them hitting inside of here. And people are going to want to deaden that and make it quieter. But again, it's interesting how both cars have the same thing. It's just plastic in the front, but the back has the fabric coated lining. Okay, so anyway, I just wanted to cover that. Now let's go into the front. The first thing you notice is this seal here. In the Model 3, this seal sits right against the trunk, perfect. But I think when they designed this vehicle, they needed to bring this down further. So they have this big plastic or rubber-like piece clipped to the underside of the hood. Again, everyone knows it by now. This just puts this nice big seal around it. So if you go out to eat, when you normally could bring food home, or if you go through a drive-through, you can put your food in here and it stays airtight. So this is the airtight seal for the front trunk. Again, our rear trunk organizer works great in here. But let's take a look inside. You have the same built-in switch, the emergency open switch light combo, like the Model 3. You get your tow hook, and you don't have any carpet at all. You have a couple of open bolts. You have a couple of open bolts here too. It's interesting that they wouldn't have figured out some kind of fastener cover to hide that.
Hey, Mark.
But anyway, if you want to take a look underneath the air inlet, everything just unsnaps really easy. So we need to add washer fluid or brake fluid. It's here. This is a 12-volt battery, which runs the front dash, which is all AC powered. So it's always being inverted, right, from DC to AC. This thing we're showing you next is really nice. This is the first ever Tesla heater pump or water pump.
Heat pump.
It's a heat pump, which helps heat the cabin and heat the battery pack. So Elon's really proud of it. He's talked a lot about what it does, and that's it right there. But other than that, a little more room in the front trunk for access to everything inside of here. Okay, so this just all snaps back on. And okay, any more questions before I close this? I'll show everybody again how easy it closes. Just like 3 fingers.
Wow.
No more hands. Yeah. So the lines are good in terms of delivery. Everything was great. Touch-free delivery. Paperwork was in the car. They stayed away. We signed it. They came back and got it. But everything looks good in terms of leveling. Headlights. Everything's nice and flush. Little lip underneath. The moldings look good. We only found a couple of minor paint defects that, of course, we touched up before we put the clear bra on. Found one tiny little chip. Hate to be the negative Nelly, but one little chip there that we noticed after. But other than that, she's a great vehicle, really solid. And
seats are different than the 3. They're more like the X seats, or they?
No, the front seats, Dennis, they're the same part numbers as far as we understand. They're exactly the same as the 3.
Do they put risers?
They're just on this platform.
I mean, they make it so that you sit higher, right? So do they put risers?
Well, the platform, the riser here
Got it. Yeah.
raises the seat up enough that you're always 5 inches higher.
Got it.
Yeah, one of the things I wanted to do is the seat's all the way down, so it's just like in a 3, but without this riser platform.
Yeah.
So yeah, there'll be a difference there, and it has easy entry, easy exit. The door sills are really neat. Check these out, guys. These are a smoked black matte look with glossy letters. So we're gonna have a nice cover for that. We're gonna have a nice cover to protect that. But it's nice. They went with a complete chrome delete everywhere except for the T's and except for the dual motor badges. So everyone knows that in the back, there's normally the dual motor badges here with a red stripe designating performance. Of course, we took them off. We're painting them. We're going to put them back on. We didn't want to see chrome here or here. Since it's chrome deleted, it should be deleted. So that's one of the things we're doing. We're actually working on selling the T's from Tesla. We're planning to make the center caps in carbon fiber. It'd be a real nice feature there.
Okay.
And then the T's, we're going to be painting them and selling them chrome deleted for people. So right now they're $35 for a front T and a back T. We're going to do an exchange system.
You have that hole, right?
Yeah, there's 2 holes right here, front and back, that they actually had to drill when they stamped out the hood. Nobody seems to understand that. Everybody at service I've talked to doesn't get it. I mean, maybe they don't want people debadging them. They want the T's more profound or out there more. A lot of people take them off, but a lot of people just leave them. So anyway, we're gonna sell a painted red and a painted satin black to match the chrome delete. Maybe even a yellow, but paint yellow calipers. So we already purchased about 20 T's. So we're starting that project up. We'll have that on the website soon.
So it's like a deposit. People ship you their old one, and you give them.
Yeah. So we're gonna make a video, Dennis, where we show you how to use the fishing line. You tape it up, you use the fishing line, you pop it off, you send it to us. They'll come perfect from us. You just put it right back down. You've got to clean all the glue off. But that way you can have a black T or a red T, and then send us yours back so we don't got to keep buying new ones. Okay. And we'll try to make it as affordable as we can.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, you
Um,
are you ready for questions? Should we ask people to unmute and
yeah,
ask the questions?
absolutely. Sure.
All
Let's
right.
see if we
So
can answer.
I've asked my questions. So anybody that wants to ask questions, unmute, or if you want to look, looks like Didi, you hit the raise hand feature. I don't know if you meant to. Didi, do you have a question? I just unmuted you.
Oh no, I didn't.
Oh,
But I'm enjoying.
you have the raise hand feature on on the service. So.
I thought you were saying hi to me.
Well, I was looking. Oh, yeah, I saw. Oh, you said hi to me when I was testing the personal messaging. Okay. Well, if you have a question, Mark, go ahead and unmute and ask.
Darkening it all.
It's Mike. I had a question. Do they have a release, a manual release in the front doors like they do on the Model 3?
Yes, the emergency latches are here. The ones you're never supposed to pull more than 5 times before they can break, whatever the rumors were. But yeah, they have them. They're exactly the same switches, same door handle, maybe just a little bit longer, so the part number could be different. Same cup holder at the bottom, same pockets. But again, the doors are just a little bit longer. But yeah, same exact switches.
Okay. So one question or one comment. If you're going to ask a question, please introduce yourself before your question. Just an FYI for members, I also invited members of the Tesla community up to 24 hours ago to come in. So we've got, I know, for example, that the leader for Hawaii has joined us, and I'm not sure who else has joined us, but I know that a few more are going to join us on Saturday. So if you guys have questions, introduce yourself. If you're not with a club, let us know which club you're with. So
Aloha, Nanette. I think this is definitely different for the seatbelts in here compared to the 3, whereas they're a little bit recessed. In the 3, Dennis, they have to be pushed down and folded over. So these seats definitely, the back seats, there's no question they're all different. But it is nice that you're not dealing with folding them over and getting them to lay in properly.
yeah.
So maybe because it's a little bit wider in the back seat.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Hey,
anyway,
Mark.
I love it. I want everyone to know that this car, they're going to sell millions and millions of this car. It's just more bang for the buck, more size, more practical than the sedan,
Okay. You
Okay.
performance model, right, Mark?
Yes, this is the performance model, right? This stickered out at 70 with full self-driving. I think without it's 63, and then without the performance, it should be 49, 46,
Okay.
something anyway.
Okay.
But, right.
Next question. Anyone have a question for Mark?
Is there a ride comparison you did with this and the 3? This is Arun, by the way.
Hey, Aru, how you doing? Yeah, the ride comparison. Again, we've only got about 75 miles on it, but it seems heavier, less bouncy, if that's a technical term. A little more stable because of maybe the added weight. But we're going to do some driving tests. We're going to do some sound dampening tests. Take a look over here. I want to show you this one thing too. One of the earliest products we created for the Model 3 was the windshield noise dampening kit. So we've already been experimenting with the Model Y. It's not the small sunroof; it's the full roof. But we're already working with our rubber extrusion pieces, and we're trying to see how much quieter it gets on the freeway. So we're going to be doing noise testing with sound meters because you do hear a little bit of rumbling in the front of the car. I wouldn't say it's as bad as the Model 3 ever was. We got our first 17 Model 3, and it seemed like the window was open in the middle here. So we developed this kit, and of course, everybody's copied it. But we developed it first with an engineer friend, customer, and we came up with a way to fill the void to minimize the turbulent buildup that you could hear on the inside of the car. So that's why it goes around here and down the sides. And then once we figure out the total length, we're hoping it's going to wrap all the way around the back. So it'll secure itself under the glass here, and it'll be all one piece extruded, hollow silicone rubber, which will last forever. And then it'll hide itself completely out of the way. A lot of people always have liked these, Dennis, because it fills a void. There's a big channel in all the roofs on the Model 3s. Sometimes it's really wide on one side, narrow on the other, depending on how the robots assemble it and place it down. But this noise dampening kit, we sell hundreds and hundreds of these every month. And most people say it makes a big difference. And it even looks better. I mean, you're not getting leaves and things stuck inside the grooves. So again, we did test it when we first came out with it, and it made a few decibel difference, about 5. Anyway, that's just our wind noise reduction kit for the windshield. We also sell one for the doors. Model 3 and Model Y are compatible. It doubles up all the seals, so it runs all the way down, and it seals the perimeter of the door from air and water entering, so you don't get water in there when it rains. And it closes on the bottom seal. So again, this is we call a road noise dampening kit. You get about 10 pieces. Does all the doors and the trunk and the front. We're going to get it installed really soon on the Model Y. But I just wanted to let everybody know about that. We're all about making them quiet.
Okay.
Everyone seems to think Teslas are loud because there's no engine, there's no exhaust, there's no loud noises to hide all of the road noise
Exactly.
we hear. Okay, all right, good. Just wanted to get that out.
Tony, do you have a question?
Yeah, I have a question. Hi, my name is I'm Tony from 1975 Creations, and I'm wondering if the badge in the back has the holes as well as the
Yes, yes, it does. This is Mark. Same double holes in the back. We should probably put the video up. When we took it off, we were surprised to see, but they both have double holes, trunk and front in the lids. Yes.
I'm thinking maybe that could reduce the time and when they're putting the cars together, and they don't have to make a jig to line it up.
Yeah, the line.
Yeah, I know. I know what you mean. I know the jig they usually use. They align it, they center it, and they pop it down. So maybe it's just an alignment issue to make it a little faster to badge the cars, because we all know how fast they're spitting them out off the line. Right. That's a really good point. But we just thought it would take more time and money to put the holes in here. But I guess if it's just being punched out of one sheet of aluminum or steel,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be a big deal. Yeah. Also, I think it's going to open up the door for light up tees. There's a lot of companies that like to sell those accessories, and now the trunk will be pre-drilled, because that's one of the things you have to do with those light up tees. So anyway, we have a lot of decals we give away that reflect light. So we're going to be having our free front end and rear end tees for the back of the car and the front of the car. We give them away free with orders on our website. It's really illegal to sell any of the Tesla intellectual property trademarks. So we just give away a lot of products that might have a logo on it to keep Tesla happy. Okay, anything else, Dennis? What's next?
Anybody else have a question, or should I open it up for people to just chat?
I do.
Are you Didi?
Yeah. Hi.
We have both Didis here today.
Yeah. I don't know if I got in too late, but do you have? I wanted to ask a question about entering the front seats and back seats. I don't know if it's elevated in the back or if it's necessary. It's just as easy to get in the back.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure. The back seats, again, are on the same raised platform. It's a little hard to show, but they're definitely sitting on some type of riser. So I like to tell people that have back issues, you just kind of fall into the car. Where in the Model 3, you've got to bend over a lot more to get in. But because of the higher window, you just kind of fall in. And it definitely seems like it's raised up a few inches here, sitting on another increased height platform. But yes, they definitely are raised up front and back.
Thank you so much.
Oh, sure. Thanks.
So Mark, question on chat from Ross. Are the wheels hubcaps? So can you remove them? I mean, it's kind of like the Model 3 original, standard wheels.
Well, yes. The 19-inch wheels, Dennis, are going to be a hubcap feature that pulls off. These are 21s. These are solid alloy aluminum with a little hubcap in the middle. So the performance version, like I said, we're going to make a carbon fiber piece for that to match the mirrors and the spoilers and everything else. And again, everyone has to realize that the trim on this, the wheel well trim, is just like the Model X. The paint doesn't end at the bottom of the fender. The fender is extended by a snapped-in piece of plastic. Probably makes it a little easier, and it'll hide a lot of rock chips or road damage that could come up. But there are no rocker panels on the bottom painted as well. This is all flat black plastic. Again, and all the wheel wells are surrounded with it as well. So, people might end up taking them off road a little bit. You've got the clearance to do it. And again, just protect it. We've got a lot of paint protection film all on every inch of the paint on this car. We've got it covered so rocks won't chip it. And,
I have a question.
Yes.
I have a 2018 Model S. Do you make any sound dampening kit for the windows of that car?
No, the Model S, we never made one for the roof. This is one here. This is our S. The joints are really tight. It is a big giant piece of glass. And when we were early developing it, it always seemed to hang off inside the trunk, and there was no way to secure it. So you can see the deep cavity in here. It just kind of gets locked.
I think my noise is coming in from the windows, the side windows, not the roof.
Oh, so you mean the door sills? Okay. So yes, the kit, we're coming out with a kit for the S and the X to noise dampen, which is the strips of rubber that double up the seals on the inside of the door. So yes.
Good.
It's a really big seller for the Model 3 right now, and I'm sure it will be for the Model Y. It just really helps keep a lot of wind noise out, because there's one strip goes on the inside of the door, which makes the pillar quieter. So you put one down here, so wind turbulence doesn't build up in this cavity. So it goes all the way down. Then there's the bottom seal. So it seals the whole door, front, back, trunk. And then the B pillar has a seal here. So anyway, we're going to get it all installed on the Model Y, and then we'll officially release it. And again, we'll do some measuring, wind noise measuring. The doors close really nice and solid too. You don't hear much of a rattle. The pins are straight. When the window's up with the famous Franz frameless doors, right?
Mhm.
It's real solid. It's real nice. So anyway, I think they're built really well. Notice all the pieces over here. The trim is much better. A lot of the Model 3s, these used to like pop out, and then they put a hook on the back side because we did a lot of chrome deletes, but everything is flush and nice. The gaps are consistent. Everything is just really beautiful.
Okay. Any other questions?
So the door is not as clunky as, say, the Model 3, right? Because there's audio seems to be like a panel.
Okay, we've got someone in the audio making noise. Do you have a question? Or
Yeah, Mark, it was Mike Stover. I was just asking, so you know the difference. The Model 3 is kind of clunky. When you close that front door, it's kind of rattling. So this is more solid.
I didn't quite hear that. Mark, did you hear the question?
About it being a little rattly. Well, that's a good question. I think, like Elon said, they make a lot of improvements on the cars over week. They improve all the cars. We have a brand new performance 2020 Model 3. It's just as solid as this car. I think it's just the engineering advancements they make. Our 17, honestly, was a 3000 VIN number. That has a lot of rattles. The doors, it doesn't seem that it's as quiet or maybe assembled as well as the newer cars. But I would say in terms of just closure and functionality, you buy a new 3 or a new Y, they're the same. I don't think they're built any better than the other. They're really solid cars. Even the Model X's, there's huge advancements. The first 16 Model X's that came off, they were literally creaking and rolling, and they're really solid now too. So they've made a lot of headway.
Okay. Any other questions? No. Nita, you have You have your hand raised as well, or did you raise your hand, Dee Dee, or did you get your question earlier?
Me, which Dee?
No, I have to take my hand down.
DDM.
Oh, do I have a hand up?
You both of you have a hand up, so
No,
When do we get along?
after I ask my question.
okay, all right. I'm muting it. Well,
But thank you.
you're welcome. I was just looking at what's on the chat. Any other questions? All right. Well, I'm gonna open it up just for conversation.
Dennis, one more thing too about Ceramic Pro.
Oh, go ahead, Mark.
Nano ceramic 9H coating is the latest thing for exterior and interior products on cars. Of course, it increases the hardness. It's easier to clean. But we've had really good experience on our first Model 3 Performance with a white interior. Tesla does not warranty these seats from turning color. We want everyone to know that. When they first came out, the service center said, yes, yes, yes. But if you wear blue jeans, new blue jeans, these seats will turn blue. So many people bring their cars to us and they have towels on their seats. They're always trying to avoid staining. So you could do the wine test. You could do the coffee test. It's going to clean up fine, but you wear the same pants every day. These are going to turn blue. So we use Ceramic Pro 9H. It's the same protective finish for the outside of the car we use on these seats. So these seats do not stain. So anyway, if you buy the white interior, buy some the coating material, them to see, because in no time, Tesla will not give you seats. You can scrub them with different things, but the stains will stain. So I just want to tell everybody that. Same thing with our steering wheels. You know, you got to be careful with white leather, white plastic, and you got to seal things. So we put the same Ceramic Pro on the leather as well.
Okay.
So let everybody know that about white.
Couple of questions came in on the chat. First one is from Arun about visibility compared to 3. Arun, I unmuted you in case you wanted to add anything else. So how's the visibility, Mark, compared to?
Okay, visibility looking out the car?
Yeah.
Okay, of course, with the small window in the back, the rear view window, that's pretty much what you see. You can go headrest to headrest. They don't fold down, but it is a smaller window. Right there's pretty much all you got without the camera being in. So visibility is not so great there. You know, we tell people all the time, you could always, you know, put on your rear view camera when you're driving. The mirrors seem fine. They don't have any kind of the extending range little stick-on stickers. They're narrower. These are definitely shorter than the Model 3. The Model 3 mirrors are wider, but they are taller. So anyway, visibility seems fine. You know, just check your system, check your camera, make sure your car is now it doesn't have someone coming up on you, and you'll have the clearance to make the lane change, right?
Okay. And then Mariusz had asked, I'm going to unmute you just in case you want to add anything. Screen protectors? They have screen protectors. Does it fit? Is it the same?
Yes. 15-inch screen protectors. It's universal between Model 3 and Model Y. Right. So it's a no-brainer. Everything inside the car, literally the switches, the center console, the armrest, the dashboard, the steering wheel, everything's exactly the same part number. So our 15-inch, on our website, they already say that they fit the Model Y and the Model S. So if you're ever on our site and you click on Model Y, it takes you to all the compatible items, and everything's 20% off regardless of order size. So if you go on the interior or the exterior, we've got everything listed there, including the lighting upgrades, steering wheels, key fobs. But yes, same size, 15-inch.
Okay.
Thank you, Mark.
Sure, thank you.
I'm unmuting Sunil. Sunil's asking track mode.
Yeah, curious if there's track mode on the Performance Y.
Yeah, no, nothing. No track mode at all. This is the driving features in the car. There's only off-road assist, which is that adjusts the traction control to optimize performance some autopilot features. So you get a little different traction control off-road. But I keep hearing there's not going to be any track mode. With a higher center of gravity, the car handles great still, but I would say it's 10 or 20% different in terms of taking tight turns because it's still a little taller. So it's pretty nominal though.
Well, thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, any other questions? All right, I'm gonna open this up. We have the schedule for a couple hours. Mark, first of all, on behalf of everybody else, unless someone has another question, want to thank you for showing off your Model Y to us. It's great.
Thank you guys.
This is our first actual real live. I mean, I've done several test web virtual meetings, so thanks to everybody who's been able to dial and participate. But I'm going to leave the thing open for at least 30 minutes. If people will just chat away if you want, or you guys have to go ahead. I'm going to stop the recording now so we're not asking any more questions.